You can take a deep breath now and just allow your mind to clear. And I wonder if you can remember a time when you were much younger, maybe back to your teenage years, when you were at school and there was a classroom. Can you, perhaps, remember a particular classroom? A classroom with a blackboard. At the front of the room, something to write on. And I would like you to think of a time when you were in that classroom on your own. Maybe it was during the summer, or at the end of the session, or maybe there was some other reason you were in that classroom on your own. And you go to that blackboard. And at that blackboard, you pick up a piece of chalk and write the number 5. Big and bold. And draw a circle around the number 5. Breathing deeply and naturally. And then you pick up the eraser and carefully erase that number. And then you write the number 4. Continuing to relax and remember what it was like so many years ago. And then you erase that number. And then you write the number 3. Breathing deeply and naturally. And once again, you erase that number. And you write the number 2 as you go deeper and deeper. And once again, you erase that number and write the number 1. Feeling completely relaxed and in the moment. And then you erase that number. And realize the circle that remains represents the number 0. And you are deeper, deeper than before. And you now erase that white circle from the blackboard. And now that you are deeper, deeper than before, you can think about all the cigarettes you've ever smoked and all the times that you disliked it and all the times you really did not want to smoke at all. And you can put a mark on that blackboard for every time you've smoked and wanted to give it up. And every time you felt that twinge of regret for not releasing this habit. So as you put the marks on that board, just keep checking off one for every time you've had a cigarette, and one for all the times you've wanted to quit. And just keep making those marks until you have made every last one of them. And each one represents a cigarette. A cigarette that you really didn't want. And when every cigarette that you've ever smoked and that you never really wanted is on that board, and the board is filled with marks, you once again take the eraser in hand and you wipe that board clean. You erase every memory of every cigarette you've ever smoked, and you can see yourself wiping them away, watching as the tiny dust particles flutter in the light and fall to the ground. Wipe the board clean, starting at the top and down the sides, along the bottom, wiping every last bit off that blackboard. And you can stand back and look and see that there might be just a hint of some marks that remain. So you go and return with a bucket of water, or perhaps a special cleanser, and you step up and wash that board clean, wiping away everything, erasing every last trace. And as you do so, the excess liquid evaporates in the air. And now you can stand back once again and look at what you see is clearly a clean slate where you have wiped away all those memories, all of those uncomfortable feelings, and you can see that all that remains is a blank surface on which you can write your new future. And you can feel how that feels so good, because in that classroom, at that time, it was a time of your life when you were able to think about what you really wanted and dream about achieving your desires. A time when you were able to make decisions that will affect the rest of your life. And even if you don't know how to do it or what's going to happen, you do know that this is the right decision. And that decision is now that you are never going to smoke again. For you have just wiped out all those memories and all those feelings, leaving you a non-smoker once again. And that means now you know that you don't have to. And that means that you don't smoke. You don't want to. And you don't know anything about it anymore, because you have erased it from your mind. And as you continue to admire that blank slate, which is free for you to make new decisions and take new actions, you are feeling wonderful and free and light. And as you leave that classroom, you close the door behind you. You walk away, listening to your own footsteps echoing down the hall. And as you continue walking toward the light coming through those doors, you feel yourself getting taller. You feel yourself growing and maturing and knowing that something is absolutely right, that you have done the right thing. And as you continue walking away from that classroom, growing into the adult you are now, you see other people coming toward you, and they smile because they can see that you have changed, and you know that you have changed. You both know, you all know, that you have done the right thing, and you just can't stop smiling as you think about it, because it just feels right. It just feels so good. You feel so clean, so free. You might just throw your head back and laugh, because you are free. You are free of it at last. It is over, And you are ready now to rejoin the world, feeling good, gentle, and confident in your new decision and the many decisions you are now able to make now that your slate is clean and you can count up gently from 1 to 5. And when you reach 5, you will be wide awake. 1. Feeling good. 2. A smile on your face. 3. Your eyelids begin to flutter. 4. You straighten your shoulders. And 5. Eyes wide open, wide awake, and ready to rejoin the world as the new you, the one who has made a positive decision for their life.